Let's see. Preparing. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. It's showing me live. There we go. Okay, let me pull this up. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Who's joined me already? That must be Lisa or Alita. Y'all are on it. Oh, let's see. Good morning. Oh, good, good, good. Hello, hello. Say hello to me so I know who's here. I have this cute little deck. Wisdom for Spiritual Growth. It's called Star Seeds. Yeah, Star Seeds. And the card pops out as patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Good morning at 10. So bugging out early, but thank you in advance. You're welcome. At 10 your time? Your Eastern time? I can't remember. I can barely keep track of myself. I don't commit those things to my memory anymore. I do. I used to. All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Marty Forrest. I have a page called Marty Forrest. I have a group, my own group called Empathic Superpower. So Central. Oh yeah, we're the same. So, all right, we'll wrap at the top of the hour then. That's always my goal. Good morning, Alita. Good morning, good morning. Very excited. Conversation topic. Yeah, so, okay, my page, I have a page, Marty Forrest, I have a group, Empathic Superpower, where I do lives on around the weekend time, usually on Saturdays, unless something's coming up on Saturday, which happens to be Memorial Weekend this weekend. So we'll be going on Saturday. So I'll do them on Friday. But there's a ton, hundreds of videos in that group with whatever topic was at hand at the moment. So if you like more conversation support, all that, you can check out the videos. Join me when you can. And today I am speaking to Bring It To Us. Love your little emojis. Resentment. How do you think that comes up for me? Because I had one big fat resentment. So always good to talk about the thing that's going on for me. So it's several things that tied in. And let me just go back over here. I pulled it up because I wanted to talk about what it means, what the definition is in Wikipedia, I think it is. Resentment is a complex, multi-layered emotion that has been described as a mixture of disappointment, disgust, and anger. And there's just several things that can tie into that. Underneath any of it is fear. Below that is, or above that, whatever it is, it's anger. Thank you for those little emojis. Is anger. And my default is anger. So I was resentful. I was volunteered for this last weekend to do a conference. And I was the chair for the hospitality suite for my district in Alcoholics Anonymous. Been sober a long, long time. So I got to be in service, which I was super excited about. And the woman that was over all of us just communicated only through email. And I was like, well, WTF, what are you doing? Like, this is not working for me. So I was building the resentment because I get there and then she's like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, get away from me. You know, in my mind, I didn't say that to her, obviously. And it was just clear that it was all about her and just anyway, I got a resentment and I carried the resentment. And then I finally, the truth is that it was all going to work out fine. And it did. It all worked out perfect. It was very successful, no matter what she was doing or not doing. So I'm just annoyed. It's not my way. It's not how I would do it. And I felt very unsupported and very alone in it. So there's no connection to the other people that were leading. So that's a life. It's a lifetime. Okay, so there's several things that tie into this. And my friend asked me yesterday, he said, are you liking this resentment? And I went, oh, yeah, maybe so. Because I haven't had that kind of resentment in a very long time. Very long time. And it comes from expectation. It comes from I want her to do it my way. And then I have some feeling about how she's doing it or not. Right. So really, I can look at, did it work for me? No. Would I do it different? Yes. Am I going to? Do I have a solution? Yes. I signed up to be the co-chair. Actually, my friend signed. He's going to be the chair and I'm going to be the co-chair for the hospitality. So, so we're going to do it different. Now, in the meantime, I got this resentment. And I know it's a resentment. I'm saying I have a resentment. I mean, I'm just kind of trying to make it light for myself. And it's we say it in the program. We'll say, the biggest way to create your own resentment is to have an expectation. And I had an expectation. I expected her to lead a certain way and she didn't. And so I'm mad at her. I'm mad at me. Really, the resentment's about me. And how am I showing up? Bottom line, did it work for me? No. Did it turn out fine? Yes, because I finally surrendered and said, I know this is going to be perfect. How is it for me? How is it from me? Like those questions. Okay, so 2 weeks ago today, it's been 2 weeks when my cat died. And sometime that day, that very day, I was cleaning the toilet and I bent over to clean the toilet and I stood up and this pain shot across my low back. I know, I think I've shared this with you all. And I had a healing session last week before I left for the weekend and had some relief that day. And then it all came, it wasn't nearly as severe, but I was still having this pain. And so I reached out to my friend that did the session with me and she said, well, you're angry about death, like she's doing a read, angry about death, and I feel cheated. I feel cheated. And it's not just about my cat dying. Relationships ending. Hi, Patty. Good morning. Relationships ending. My own way of being ending. Like the version of me that's brought me to this point, the identity that I've carried, shedding. We're transitioning from all, so this is all very old, deep, old stuff. The resentment and the feeling cheated, it's all tied together. See that at first. But it's all tied together. There's a thread that goes through the whole thing. I feel cheated. I feel wronged. I didn't get enough time with them, whatever it is. And that makes me angry and I get resentful. You see how that all just kind of built into this big thing with this particular person. And then I like it because it gives me a rush and it's comfortable. It's not comfortable anymore. It's familiar. So this all ties together with we're all in some place in our journey in old things. That's what I got really clear is it's very old deep stuff showing up to be. That's how it's. And how it's from me is it's residual. It's a lot of things. So when the cat crossed, I didn't consciously feel angry, but as a human being, I did some writing this morning. As a human being, I'm mad. My mind's like, fuck that. I don't want her to die. I was mad when my dad died. Oh my God, I was so angry when he died. I was mad at him because he left me with my mom. He was the buffer between me and my mom. And we were just building a really amazing relationship. So I felt cheated. My dog. Early in my recovery, I was really abusive to him in the first 3 years of his life. And then the last 3 years, I was really learning how to love and how to love him. and then he got killed. I hit my car. So I felt cheated and I felt pissed. So I look at those threads. There's many, many events like that. So I look at those threads. So I share this so you can look at your own thread. What's the thread that runs through your life? It may not be about resentment. It might be because there's a lot of collective stuff going on. And it's really looking at it. What am I expecting? As a human, I want to feel safe. I want to feel connected. I want to have relationships. I don't know. Along the way, I've had like best friends, but I don't know that I've ever had someone that I felt really safe and fully comfortable with all the time. Can y'all relate to that? I mean, I just always felt alone. I know how to make connections. I know how to connect with people, but I don't think I've ever fully revealed all of myself, not to one person. That's my truth right now. And I'm still living into being authentic, transparent, because it's something I've always strived for. Fully transparent. This is who I am, and I make no apologies for that. But we've all been treated some certain way in our lifetime. From time of inception and being in the womb, mom pregnant, whatever her stuff was. I took on my mom's anger for a long time. So you see there's just so many, it's a big fat web of weaving in all different layers of resentments and hurts and fears, angers. And for the most part today, I feel pretty happy. And then I have this big, obvious resentment to myself. What is going on? And then my friend says the next piece about being mad about death and feeling cheated. It's like, holy smokes. So there's all kinds of things that, have tied into that. It's about logically, I get that it's for me. It's from me. I get that. I get that it's by my design at a soul level. But the mind's like, hell no, would not do this. This is where the resentment lives. I make up some story about how I've been treated and mistreated. Right. But on a soul level, I get the truth that I'm here to be love. What does that require? That requires me walking through all this crap, dissolving all the resentment, coming to a place of acceptance and surrender. I'll give you all the words. It's way easier said than done, as you all know. And it can be done. It is being done. A lot of it I'm speaking it, sharing it because I know you relate, and it helps me grow through it. I am I was like, oh, I've been a headly person most of my life. So learning to drop into the body to feel and embrace what I'm feeling without giving it any meaning. That's the only way to get to dissolve it. Breathing into those traumas and those emotions so that they can clear. It's all energy. And yet we'll carry these resentments and then we layer them. He treated me bad. He abused me. He violated me. They, whatever. I'm saying he, it's not always a he. And so we layer. I felt cheated. I didn't get the parents I wanted. I didn't get the parents to teach me how to love and teach me that I'm an empath and teach me how to trust myself, trust my intuition. I didn't get that parent. I chose the parents I had to bring me here. I could tell you all the logic of that. But when I stop the logic and the story and just feel it, just let myself feel it. That's where I talked to you about pausing, taking that deep breath, filling your lungs, expanding the belly, exhale out the mouth, moves that energy. It allows me to feel it without attaching to it or giving it meaning. Is that true all the time? No. Sometimes I'm still having all kinds of feelings, and I just keep breathing, having the feeling and allowing it to move, remembering it's all energy. This helped me a lot to shift from the meaning I give it and the judgment I have about it to, oh, it's all energy. Everything in our life is energy, energy at different frequencies to take form. These, like I collected some more hearts. I found some more. These, right? They're stones, they're beautiful, they carry a vibration, everything does. We can just feel these. So it's a thicker, but truly, it's I forgot the number. It's light flashes at such a speed that it appears like this to us. All energy. And the emotions come all from here. The feelings are in the body. There's many definitions of some people say emotions and feelings are the same. I don't feel that they are. I feel emotions are here in the stories I tell. Energy and motion. The feelings are my intuitions and what I feel in my body and what I feel energetically. But sometimes we have a feeling and then we tie the story to it, and there goes the emotion, my resentment. And I used to lead probably just like her. So there is the mirror. Anybody have any questions? Where do you carry your resentment? In your body. We carry them in our body. Mine happens to be right here, the low back. I don't know if you can see me, but the low back, right across that sacrum and across the iliac crest, the hip. That's where I carry it. And it's been many, many times. I've also had many injuries there. There's usually a place that the body's screaming at me because I'm not feeling it. And I didn't realize. That was all very unconscious in me until my friend said, "You feel cheated." I was like, it just struck me. Yeah. That's a human thing, right? The humans are complex beings. Okay. For me, I want that relationship with my husband. Never really wanted friends, as my experience starting back as such a young child was so disappointing. Not that he fulfilled all my needs, of course, but as much transparency in our relationship as possible. So I moved too fast. Okay. As possible so I can feel the safety. That is what I value: a strong, honest, real, secure, and then successful marriage. It has never been about control, though. I can understand why he felt that way at times. And then another person may view it that way because they see their idea of the relationship differently than our idea of it. Yes, I am a heady person too. That is where I am carrying it. Thank you. I get it now. I totally understand this. I have felt terribly cheated. I get it. When we are resentful, it is. Let me go back to this. Let me read this because I have something I want to share with you about this. I want that relationship with my husband. Never really wanted friends, as my experience starting back as a young child. Yes. Yes, I totally get that. Not that he fulfill all my needs. Some level you want him to, though. Because I did. I'm not saying that because I know something different. I wanted them, and it took me a long time to understand that they cannot, not any one person can fulfill all my needs. That's why we have, like at least a handful of people that we can go to and talk to. Yes, as much transparency. Yes, pouring down rain. Okay, so the relationship so I can feel safe. It's not let me just hold on, let me feel into this. There's a lot to say about that because not anyone else's responsibility. And yet, when we're children, we were relying on our parents to create safety. So we know what that is. Many of our parents didn't know how to do that. And their idea of safety is different than what we would say today, which is our emotional, spiritual safety. I had physical safety most of the time. I had a roof over my head, food in my belly, but emotionally unavailable and no spiritual anything with my folks. And very controlling and very fear-based and very much. So there was no safety. I did not feel safe. While I had those things, I did not feel safe inside. But I suspect, pretty sure their idea of creating safety was giving me those things, providing the basic needs. As we grow up and we understand that we've never really felt safe, not truly, not anywhere, not with any one person. I had moments, I had glimpses of places where I felt safe in my life. But that was not the majority of my life at all. And when I'm looking to someone else to make me feel safe, I'm now putting it on you and it's your responsibility. And when you don't create that for me, I'm pissed. And I will do whatever I need to do. I will yell, I'll nag, I'll manipulate. I don't do that today, but I did it for a lot of years to do whatever I needed to get that from you because I didn't feel okay inside of me. So I'm looking to you for my value, my validation, my self-worth. And I will twist myself up in a pretzel trying to get those because I'm empty on my insides. And I'm a little aha moment here. I'm just pissed off about being human in this lifetime. Not as much, not as much today. There's probably still some. I could feel some. It's not easy to be human. And we decided to do this and come in and have this experience. But when I'm trying to lay on someone else what I'm not able to provide for myself, they're never going to measure up. They will always disappoint me. I'm setting myself up for resentment because I'm expecting them to do it for me, to provide for me. Does that make sense? Itash, good morning, good evening. From this side of the world, yes. Welcome, welcome. We are talking about resentments, all over the place. All right. CD, I value a strong, honest, real, secure, successful marriage. It has never been about control. There's a level, it is about control because there's a level of I need them to do something for me so that I feel okay. Our role is learning how to feel okay with ourselves and creating safety for ourselves. That's where I think it was last week when we talked about the inner children and the betrayal. This is where we're learning, we're remembering how to parent ourselves and provide those missing pieces that we didn't receive, that we didn't learn as children. How to feel safe, how to feel loved, how to feel secure in ourselves, how to know that no matter what, I can take care of me. Even when I feel unsafe out there, I can take care of me on my inside. And it's hi, Anne. Hi from Belgium. There is a level of control. Yes, expectations. Aha. I have yelled, nagged. I did this. Yes, I knew I've not felt safe and wanted him to do that. However, that may be where I bled on him. My parents didn't provide safety. Yes, makes sense. Helps me a lot. I absolutely want the strong connection with him. He is my most important person. Yes, yes, yes. That connection is what we lack. I had 3 children when I met him. I just moved. He asked me to marry him 3 months later. We weren't able to build the foundation first. We are doing it now, 24 years later, since the kid's out of the nest. Oh, and it's okay. It's a beautiful thing. You've been together 24 years, and it's shifting a whole lot of how we've behaved for 24 years. And we had a house full of children. The purpose was different. And whatever it is, it might not be children, it might be something else, but there's a purpose that's different. And we were in a different place 24 years ago, and now you can focus on you and deal with your own internal stuff, handle it, get to know yourself. But it should be from their side to support you. Of course, of course, of course. We want to control our safety. This is what I feel. Yes. We want to control so we can feel safe. That's what control's about. I want to control my environment so that I can feel safe because I never felt safe. And when I didn't feel safe with anybody else, I was not safe inside of me. This is where it all comes in because when we don't feel safe with our parents, let's just use that example, because they didn't feel safe. They come from wars, our whole country's wars and violence, and so there's not safety. There's no emotional safety for people. So how are they going to teach us that or create that? That doesn't mean that every single parent didn't create safety. A lot of them did not. And that's where we are here. Now I'm going to try to control 24 years is a long period. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But how we control is because I don't feel safe. And I don't know how to create safety for myself on the inside until I learn. It takes being vulnerable. It takes being willing to risk. It takes being to myself and being honest with myself and being truthful with myself. And until we have someone like that can help us see that, we don't know how to do it. I didn't know how to. I should say control was not my intention. Absolutely not. Thank you for that shift. I had kids and thought I was simply trying to create safety for them, but again, my reactivity didn't allow my children to feel much safety. Remember, they chose you and you chose them for their gifts in the world also. We come together as soul families. And some of us are blood. Humans without humanity are everywhere. Oh, yes. Some of us are blood. Some of us are like this. We come together as this soul family here, and we're in a different place than our blood family. But remember, it's all for us. Everything is happening for us. We're resentment factories because that's what we've known. That's what we've been taught. We get mad, we react because it didn't go my way, they didn't behave. People love to be around my brother and I because we were well behaved, because we were terrified we were going to get our ass whipped when we got home if we weren't. Is that normal? Do children just be this little puppet? Quiet? Not really. Maybe some children are that, but when I was not around the adults, then I would be more of myself. But from the time I can remember as a little child, I have empty inside. Yes, I'm healing myself the last 6 years. I want to heal. No more casualties. Yes. And it's all perfect. It's all perfect for us to grow and evolve and to understand who we are in this world. It's all perfect. So let yourself off the hook, lighten up. 24 years in the scheme of things, it feels like a long time, but maybe at the end of your life, when you look back, was it that long? And you do know each other well in that amount of time. And then when one begins to shift and to grow and evolve, the other's like, who are you? Where did you come from? Where's my wife? Because they're used to how you've been and the way that you created the relationship together. Yay! I love when that happens, Jennifer. Perfect, perfect. It's always that divine timing. I love it. What are your questions? All right, we come back here. Hold on. Evolution is permanent. We can't deny it. Yeah, once you know, you can't not know. Divorce should not bring unsafeness. That hold on, it moved. The comment moved when someone else came in. Divorce should not bring unsafeness. This is what happened with us 3 kids because the partners of my parents are also kids. So they are in competition with us. Should not bring unsafeness. The partners of my parents. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like a competition for getting love or needs met because they feel threatened by pouring buckets right now. I love it. Absolutely love it. I got to walk before it started raining. Often when we're getting a divorce because of whatever it happened in that relationship, then those reactions creates unsafety. You would think that, okay, we decided it could be just a decision. This is not working. But we've been so traumatized and so conditioned to react in our world and feel threatened and feel afraid, resentful, then we create all this trauma, which causes what it causes for you as a child. And then you have those kids, the partner's kids. It's it's so take a look at how is that happening for you. What is your bigger role in this world? What's your purpose? Like mine is to be love, to vibrate at that highest vibration frequency of love. Am I there all the time? Am I there a lot of the time? Yes. But that's my bigger core purpose that manifests in like this in many ways. I get to come in here and share information and coach, mentor. So I have ways that how it presents itself, but the bigger picture. That makes sense. So what is your bigger picture here? Gammaphobia? What is gammaphobia? Okay, come back here. I missed something. I know he was put in my life to teach me. I am learning, and so is he. I am seeing him in a more compassionate way. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you can see him with compassion. What is that how you say it? Gammaphobia? Gamophobia? What is that? I don't know what that is. Like human beings are, the whole experience of being human is we are such a diversity. Just this human being right here. All the complexities, all the emotions, all that stuff. And we've been conditioned and learned when we're developing fear of marriage. Oh, thank you for that. I don't think you hear it, but thundering. When our brain is developing in the womb, You have the reptilian brain, which is survival, the limbic brain, which is feelings, and the neocortex is a very simplified version. There's a whole lot more detail. A very simple version. And the neocortex, which is logic. And our parents don't know how to feel safe with their own feelings. Therefore, feelings aren't safe. So in the formation, our feelings are denied because they're not logical and they're not consistent. So the reptilian, which is about survival, goes, all right, here's the logic. Let's skip the feelings because they're not safe. We're going to collude with the reptilian survival and the neocortex logic. No feelings. You have feelings, of course, but they're not safe. So that's how we dismiss our intuition. We dismiss what we read in the environment energetically. We don't trust ourselves because we're going from survival to logic. That's how the brain developed. Now, in a perfect world, if you will, and all three develop, we're very balanced. The majority of people, human beings, are not. There are probably pockets of societies and cultures that have. Okay, hold on, let me come back up here. Fear of marriage, okay. Yes, so it is. Now learning a lot of self-love. Yes. Okay, letting sink in. Thanks to this group, you are helping me understand so that I can understand him better too. I am learning to be okay and not let judgment of others stick to me anymore. Oh, well. Let me know when you reach that place of non-judgment. Just dang. All right, I just moved here. Oops, sorry. Jennifer, I just moved 3 hours to let my child's father be a part of her life. We've been here 3 weeks and he has fallen through on everything. And after I blew up his spot, I'm not sure. Wait a second. I moved too quickly. He says, I am wishy-washy and that he won't see her until we go to court for custody. He's gaslighting you. So after all of it, I said, okay, I will go at this with love. If you need to keep yourself away, I will give you that. In the meantime, it's back to single parenting. I have to find peace with this because I'm feeling resentful because he's not showing up. Yeah, absolutely. I blew up his. He's whatever he's accusing you of, he's gaslighting you. That's what he's doing. Because he doesn't want to be the bad guy. Society are formed to put rules on common man. Yeah, because left to ourselves, when we're left to ourselves and we are true to ourselves, we would function just fine. But we're not because of all the other conditioning. Good luck with that. Judgment is huge. Right on it. Yeah, you know what? I would love to tell you I don't judge. I am so working on it. Releasing it and remembering. Here's what helps me a lot is remembering that every single person has a purpose here. Every single person is for me, and we co-create together. And I'm not responsible for your journey. You're not responsible for my journey. And when my words are putting over each other. When I mind my own business and simply observe and get curious, I stop judging. Because I come into a place of wonder. I wonder what that's all about. I wonder what their path is all about. I wonder what their journey is. Do you see the difference? That helps me a lot to just go, not my business. I sure have an opinion, which is judgment. And add relationships. I'm really a lone wolf. Yeah. Definitely who cares for the norms set by stupids and assholes for the society, because all the rules and all the things are based on somebody who did something really stupid. Like Cup might be hot. Remember that McDonald's thing? Somebody put the hot coffee between their legs and got burnt. Hello. I mean, some things are obvious. So, we do the lone wolf because we don't feel safe. About the brain. Target. Okay, I did a stroke because of this. Where should I look for healing? I mean, which kind? Difficult question, maybe. Say more about that. I did a stroke. Does that mean you had a stroke? Let me know that. Does that mean that you had a stroke? Because I can tell you how we do that. Yes, had a stroke. Oh, okay, got it. So then lone wolf can't be tamed. They are very clear what they want. Yes, they are very clear. And sometimes it's about protecting ourselves, right? We stay alone so we feel safe and protect ourselves. Are we really feeling safe, or are we doing it out of isolation and preservation? I don't have the answer for that. I tend to be a lone wolf. Boundaries set up. Yes. Okay. Where should I look for healing? Yeah, there's all kinds of strokes. It depends on how you were affected. There are, I'm a true believer of we can heal anything. I have a friend who also had a stroke, so her memory is not there. Some things that she used to know how to do, she still knows, but it takes her way longer. We're not here to take on another's journey, but we move with them and be there for them. Yes. Yes, that's absolutely correct. But when I'm looking at Lisa and I'm like, jumping on your bandwagon, I'm not helping you. When I'm holding a space for you to have your experience, then you have your experience. Or working with you in a coaching kind of way, mentoring, coaching, then we unpack that stuff so that we can look at ourselves. So yes, we do it together. It's important, because I used to do this, that I not interfere by trying to rescue, save, or tell you what to do. I can share my experience. I can ask you the right questions so that you can understand for yourself. And that's how we walk it together. So I'm not saying that we just all go by ourselves. It is important that we have people that we can walk with. That's why you're all here. I will not conform. I feel I've been this way since birth. Yes, I don't know anything else so true about me. Fairness and compassion. The meek or bullied had always hit me at the very core. I have a warrior spirit. Yes. Good. I'm glad you heard that. We all have a warrior spirit here. I can tell you that right up front. We all have that. Yes, the meek, bullied, children, animals, anything that's an injustice sends me, not as severely as it used to. Yes, tell me about your friend. No memory. It's also about not having a place in my life. We are here to observe the inner, absorb it. Yes, we are here to observe the inner, and it's a learning. We learn to do that. My friend has been doing exercises for her memory, as the doctor had told her, do certain exercises for her memory. And part of it is there's a place of acceptance. So one of my clients the other day, I asked her what she had would receive out of this time together in our session. And she said, to accept the acceptance. I had to sit with that. Accept the acceptance is the answer. And I get to accept that that is the answer. I had to ponder that for a bit. Accept the acceptance. So when we can accept that this is for me, how am I moving with it instead of maybe fighting with it or being mad about it? Queen of being mad about it. This is not what I want, and I'm not in control of it. And yet, deep down, I know that I've created it. So acceptance. When I can accept that I am creating this for me and possibly for those in your life. Sometimes at that soul level, we've made an agreement that said, I am going to help you on your journey as a co-creator, however that might look. So maybe the stroke is for someone else and you. Injustice is literally painful for me. Yes. To accept the acceptance. Yes, I created it. I'm aware of this. That's a tough pill to swallow. That's my dad would say. And then we get, so it comes all the way back to tying it to resentment. We get resentful. And I get mad. Because my mind says, that's not how I would do it. I did not choose to be here. I would not create that. Right? That's what the mind tells me. Well, the mind doesn't know. Itesh. If something happens according to you, it's good. But if something happens against your acceptance, then if they sign a universe sign for something better. Sometimes, yes, absolutely. But it's all from me. I'm creating everything. And that made me so mad because I didn't like what I was creating. And this is all the mental, right? This is all the mental chatter. Someone told me that I signed up for this. This is years ago. And I was like, I did not. I would never have signed up for this. Are you kidding me? I was really pissed about being here on this planet as a human being. Yeah. Mad, mad, mad. I would not have chosen this. But that's a mental statement, full on ego. We tell the mind ego has its own ideas all the time if we allow it out. All the time. Run amok, right? And that's where we pause. We're back to pausing. When I feel resentful, pause, breathe, feel. Feel it in the body without the mind story and judgment about what I'm feeling. I've had major car accidents, and my first response, not a response, reaction, I'm fucking pissed because I'm blaming someone else. Furious. Blaming God. How this accident? Why didn't you just take me out? Fury. So that's my default. What I learned my whole life growing up, anger. So that's my response. Resentful as hell about being here. What having these major car accidents every 10 years. I'm so overwhelmed and I need help as a mom. I don't know how to ask for help with this. And yes, I feel so angry that I'm all alone. Yes, I hear you. I hear you, hear you, hear you. Yes. I don't know why it shows up kind of gray. It's weird. What is the gift? What is the gift? Because that baby daddy is not an adult, not a person that is helping your daughter, wanting to see her. It's your responsibility. And that's his belief. Accepting the acceptance, right? I get to accept that I'm a single parent. I don't always like it. You're human. You're not always going to like it. This is for all of us. We're not always going to like the circumstances that we've created. Just not. It's not even reasonable to expect that from ourselves. Also, yes, also for someone else. Oh, good. Thank you. So clear. I hope they will see it, but not seeing this. She is blaming me. Oh, okay. Ouch. She's blaming you for having a stroke or for not being able to do whatever you used to do. Mm. There's something tickling about the healing of that, and it's not right at the forefront. So when it comes to me, I will message you. Weird. When we start taking responsibilities of our own life and decisions, the universe makes magic in our life. Yes, it does. When we get out of our way. So are there resources for you to get help as a mom? That's for Jennifer. I'm reading yours. Sorry, I'm going to be clear about that. I'm reading Jennifer's. Is there help for you to have help as a mom? There's another question. I'm because I can say how is it for you, but what's the purpose of your world and your life? What did you come here in the bigger picture of life to create, to live, to have your as your mission here? Because when I can see that I'm here to be love in my life, I look at the thread of my whole life and how that's all by design to, because it's the total opposite of love, of how I would define love. And it helped me to be more of that, the duality in our culture on this planet. You don't have to do anything, Jennifer. I have no one. I came to love too, like you. I have love even for the worst. Well, love is love. So maybe you do some journaling about defining what is love for me. For me, love was being a doormat, people pleaser, doing whatever everybody wanted. That was love to me early on, a very human ego way. Love today, toughest battles were given to the mightiest warriors. Yes, we must thank the universe for choosing us to face the challenge. Well said. And we signed up. So define what love is. Because love today for me, speaking my truth. Loving unconditionally doesn't mean that I accept everything that happens in my world. There's a place of boundaries. There's a place of, I can love you, but I'm going to do it from over here because I'm not going to participate over there. Doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I love you so much, I'm going to get the hell out of your way so you can live your life and have your journey. And it doesn't mean I have to participate. You have a daughter. What are you teaching her? Yes, not doing what I used to do. I had so enough with my mother's way of not seeing her own influence on situations. We can't help them see. I can't help my mom see. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to see her influence, her place in any of it. Okay. That's not her job. And it's not my job to make her see it. My role today is, and this is for all of us, our role now is to decide how we show up in the world and how we show up in our relationships. Who am I? How am I being in my relationships? Am I showing up as the woman who is love? Excuse me, who is the warrior, who is taking a stand, who is advocating? Am I showing up as that woman, or am I showing up as the woman who's demanding that you treat me a certain way because I'm entitled to that? When I give this to myself and I treat myself in the way I'm expecting you to do it, the universe opens up and it's a playground. It's all about our frequency and our vibrations. So when we're angry, we're getting angry. We get angry back. But when I'm pissed off at my ex-husband, his reaction is going to be the same. He's going to meet me at my level of frequency and vibration. I used to talk to my husband and he'd go, "Stop yelling at me." And I'd yell at the top of my lungs. Yelling. Oh, I don't even like to tell you that. That's a long time ago. Like, I don't recognize that woman today. And it took me a little bit to realize no matter what my words were saying, he was getting my vibration. I was furious at my choice, and I was furious at him for being who he was. Love is a great responsibility. Love is sacrifice, comprehension. Love is to be free, build ourselves together. Love has no gender mentality. Yes, beautiful. Thank you for that. Yes. So love today is very different than my early definition. And we have the whole culture of anger and resentment. And then we have our own stuff coming out of judgment and expectations. And seeing the world, sometimes I'm like, okay, what would love do now? Putting on different glasses. What would love do now? Sometimes I'll be like, okay, Spirit, help me look through your eyes. Help me see this through your eyes so I can see clearly. It helps me rise above my own crap going on in my head. And looking at the purpose. It seems like it would be the easiest thing. It's not. What frequencies we send to the universe comes back much more quantity. Yes, it does. Absolutely. It all sounds good, right? I give you all the words, and it's for real a big practice. It's a big practice. And it's learning how to forgive ourselves. Loving in the tough sense is hard. But what makes it hard? I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to upset them. I don't want to hurt their feelings. I want them to love me. I want them to like me. I want them to show up as I think I need them to be. I speak about me when I say all that, because that's been me. Sometimes love is, I cannot help you. And when I'm trying to help you by saving you, rescuing you, or fixing you, or telling you what you should be doing, I'm in your way. And that's not love, unless they've asked for it. Not the fixing part, the advice part, or the support. I offered a lot of unsolicited advice that met with defense and fell on deaf ears. And then I would get mad because I knew I had the answer, maybe I did, but maybe it's not my place to give it unsolicited because they're not willing, nor are they ready to hear it. Depends on how you do that. Okay, but maybe they want me to be the one who can clear and clean up the tensions in the families. That's my job. No, because then I create a stroke. There are ways to, the only way we can do any of that is turn the blinkers inward. My friend, I know. Turn your blinkers inward. Look at you only. Our role is not to do that for them. Our role is to do it for us. We get to be those selfish, as we're called sometimes, to take care of ourselves first and foremost, create self-love, self-care, take care of our energy, have boundaries. What's in your best interest is going to be in everyone's best interest for the highest good. not from that place of selfish where we get into our selfish stuff. So when we're doing what you're talking about, I'm the only one who can clear and clean up the tensions in the family because you're trying to control it all or say the right words or soothe and put salve on it. That's not your job. Do that for yourself because then your energy, your vibration of love, your vibration of health and vitality is going to ripple out into your family. And you be true to you. When I'm trying to fix them or mend fences, it never works. We can only forgive ourselves for the past when we set ourselves free after understanding the lessons, the hidden blessings in that. Yes. Well, and it's whatever we make the past mean. We can only forgive ourselves for the past. What am I making it all mean? If I'm judging my past from where I am at today, another thing, y'all are getting full disclosure here. At my adult self, I was molested when I was 10, and I'm judging myself. You knew better. You knew he was a creep. You knew, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I knew. At 10 years old, I knew. I didn't know what, but it creeped me out. Respect your elders. So I followed him in, and all of us girls got molested. Yes, I knew different. I didn't know how to stand up different. I didn't know how to advocate for myself or say no. I didn't know how to do any of that. But I'm taking this adult me at whatever age I was and projecting that on because I do know now. 10-year-old knew different. And now I'm beating the shit out of myself on the 10-year-old for doing what she knew at that time. I couldn't have done anything different. Couldn't. Yes. A different person you will be at that time. Yes. I'm so glad you're here, Jennifer. I'm so thankful to yes. I love you too. I'm so grateful you're here. We've covered a lot. Thank you for participating, showing up for your life, allowing me to offer to you some support and some love on this journey. Every week, 9 a.m. Central. I lost my thought. It went somewhere else. 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm here. On this page, I have a page, my own page, Marty Forrest, also a business page. I have a group, Empathic Superpower, where I do more empathic training, teaching. And I also have a new offer going on. So if you're interested in doing some one-on-one coaching, it could be a free 15-minute clarity call. It could be a 1-hour call. That is $222. And if you like that, and then you want to go to the 3 or 6 month package, you get a really good discount from doing the 1 hour. Excuse me. So if you're interested in any of that kind of connection, reach out. We'll talk about it. We can talk about it and decide what is best for you, how you would like to connect. Direct message me. That's probably the easiest. So look up Marty. What is it? Marty Forrest, Marty Hicks-Forrest. I can't remember how I labeled it there. I've changed it to Forrest. And let's see. Yeah, that's any final words. Let me pull a card. Let's leave us with a really great message for today. It's from this deck. Awesome. This deck is it's tall, so it's harder to definitely. I would like to know some ways of learning as I am introvert. Of course, yes. Oh, I tell you, I cannot make it up. You know what the card is? Anybody have a guess? Self-love. Today, I love myself fully. I accept myself exactly as I am. I am able to recognize my own divinity and to appreciate the purity of my soul. I take the time to care for myself. I enjoy myself. I nourish myself. I am kind to myself. I am grateful for who I am. I love you too, Alita. Yeah, that's where did I get it in the right position? Oh, I'm a little too close to the camera. Yeah, want me to control so they can live like they are innocent. Yes, yes, and then they gaslight you. And if your family, you have narcissism in your family, thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah, I'm so grateful that it was helpful. You love you and you take care of you, and they'll take care of themselves, and they won't like it because you're changing the rules. When we're in those kind of old patterns of relationships, and then we start to change the rules and how we interact in those relationships, we rock the boat, and they don't always like it. Some of them will come along, and some of them will just grow apart. And there's nothing wrong with any of it. There's nothing wrong with any of it. We stop vibrating at that same level with each other, and we're like the magnet, we just go apart. And those that want to come and grow with you will come with you on the journey and grow with you. Be kind to yourself, because we're quick to go, oh my God, what did I do wrong? I feel so guilty. I set boundaries and they went away, because they aren't going to respect the boundaries. And those that do, there might be a little tension along the path because you're changing. And then you start to flow again. And it's all perfect. It's not comfortable, but it's perfect. We're so used to being the doormat and the punching bag and our own punching bag, that when we start to create some healthy, effective boundaries for ourselves, I'm looking for someone to help me grow. As like a partner, as a coach, what if you're looking for coaching, reach out to me. We can have a conversation. If you're looking for a partner, become who you want to be in a partner. And not look for somebody who's making you whole. That makes it, because they can't fill us up. When I met my husband, we were very whole people, very strong people on our own. And we didn't need to fill each other or become our, like, he's not my everything. I love him. He's my best friend. But he's not my everything. He didn't have to come and fill up a part of me that was missing. We had some salve for each other as a coach and friend. Yeah, reach out to me. Send me a message. So when we're the salve, we had some residual things that still needed some healing, and we still have occasionally things that show up, but it's very different. Write your vision and make it plain. You can't receive what you want unless you are clear. Yes. And put no timeline on it. We are not in control of how it all comes to be. Okay, I know we could carry on, so I will see you all here next week. Reach out to me, direct message me, Marty Forrest. May have Hicks in there. I can't remember at the moment. And we'll set up a time to talk. Yes. Yes. Love to you all. Thank you so much for being here and participating, interacting and receiving. If you ask for a new home, you may end up with a shack. Be clear about what you're asking for. All right, lovelies. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I will see you all here next week. And I will be on Friday because I'm out of town on Saturday. So in my group, I'll be live Friday. And that, join my group, Empathic Superpower. All right. I love you all. Have a great week. And I'll see you here next week, 9 o'clock Central Time. Namaste.